Why is it so important for you to be a part of the vegan sphere?
Because it's the up and coming. I mean, this is all of the generations I'm teaching right now in these classes that are little kids. They are the future.
Heather is thebomb.com, and what she does for the vegan community is absolutely massive. But she's also done a lot for Vkind. So, Heather, tell us why you got involved with Vkind's cooking competition show, Peeled.
Wow, why did I get involved? I met Star prior to the show even taking fruition, and we were just talking. I had the same concepts in my mind. She had the same concepts, and we just sort of merged together.
And it was a beautiful marriage.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about the Vegas Vegan Culinary School.
The Culinary School in Vegas is non-accredited, so it's geared towards people who can come and take 2 to 3 hour classes just based on a topic. So you want to learn how to cook with tofu, you come and take that class, and you leave. There's no $30,000 tuition associated with it. It's come and go.
And so that's how you compete with your competitors, because it's not about it being accreditation, it's about helping the community, correct?
Absolutely. I mean, it's not just cooking classes. We have a restaurant, we have a deli, we do catering, we do private parties, we do team building events, we do everything. Anything you want vegan, we do it.
So why is it so important for you to be a part of the vegan sphere?
Because it's the up and coming. I mean, this is all of the generations I'm teaching right now in these classes that are little kids. They are the future. And if we don't lay the foundation with them, we're not going to be able to change anything and leave this world knowing we made an impact.
So let's talk about your impact in Vegas Vegan Culinary School. What 3 things or 3 classes do you feel like are the top of the docket that are actually making changes in your community?
Wow. The children's classes are the most popular, so even though they're kind of fun and engaging, the kids that are in there are not vegan. I'd say 80% of the children in those classes are not vegan. So that alone, I'm making an impact. You know, these kids are in there and they're going, oh my God, I didn't know chocolate could taste good if it was vegan. And you get these, you're like, what? You know? And adults come in because they want to be hands-on. Everything is hands-on. So they get in there and they're like, oh my God, I actually learned how to do this. I wasn't watching on the screen. I sat down and I learned how to do this, and I can go out and recreate it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what are some three short-term goals that you actually have for Vegas Vegan Culinary School to achieve within the next 1 to 2 years?
My online classes are just getting ready to launch, so that's huge because I will reach a community outside of Vegas, outside of the U.S., outside of anywhere in the world. People can take these classes now. So that's number 1. Number 2 is really, really boosting my children's classes and starting to tap into the school communities where we can start implementing Meatless Mondays and helping to cultivate that within the schools, especially the public schools. And then from there, I would love to start doing consulting work with restaurants and hotels and redesigning their menus to help incorporate, not change, incorporate vegan options that are not processed into their systems.
Heather Heath knows her brand and she knows the vegan community, people. This is why we need to go to the Vegas Vegan Culinary School. But let's talk about this hot topic, sustainability.
Yes.
So what is Vegas Vegan Culinary School known for in terms of sustainability? And what kind of techniques do you want other culinary schools to start modeling based off of what you guys do?
Vegetable stock. Easiest thing to do for any restaurant, any place out there. Save your used vegetables, the ends, whatever. Make your vegetable stock yourself. You don't need to throw it away. It's like, I don't even know why people throw the stuff away. It's so easy to recreate. Start transforming some of your products. You don't have to buy constant plastics. If you live in a community that actually composts, which Vegas doesn't, use compostable products. It's out there now. It's readily available. Just use them. And water, same thing. Don't buy plastic bottles. There's no purpose to it. Get a filtration system, or if you have to have plastic, get the big jugs and offer people that solution. People learn through what you present, so be the example.
So what are some ways that Vegas Vegan Culinary School and you are bringing awareness to the vegan movement?
We're involved in every event that I can get involved in locally. I'm involved. So down to this cooking show when it was filming in Vegas. I mean, we're involved in upcoming 2 festivals. I'm also involved in a private gala offered by a local hospital. And we are the exclusive vegan vendor at this gala. So it's a black tie gala, and we're going to be having all of our dishes there. And I think just presenting to people that here we are amongst all of our meat-eating competitors, and you're going to come to our booth, you're going to try it, and you're going to walk away going, damn, that was vegan.
Let's talk about those products that people are going to try, because Vegas Vegan Culinary School is not only a cooking school, but they have a cafe as well, right?
And we do private plated events too. We're having one next week for a nonprofit. So they're coming with 35 of their members, and they're going to have a private plated event at our school. We're going to close down, nice dishes, tableware, everything.
So what are your most popular dishes? What seems to really reach the non-vegan community?
Crab cakes. And there's plenty of vendors here at this event that are serving crab cakes, but ours are fresh. They're made in-house, and you eat them fresh, and you get a homemade sauce on top of them, and we turn it into a Maryland crab cake sandwich.
Amazing.
And being from Baltimore, you've got to have that stuff. You got to have the flavors. And if people walk in there, and I've had so many people come in and get that sandwich and just be like, wow, best sandwich I've ever had.
So what actually brings you out to Plant-Based World Expo 2022?
I love finding new emerging vendors that I can collaborate with that don't necessarily have processed foods, because I'm not big on processed. I've got to, you got to be able to create it. But there's spice companies here. There's actually I don't remember the name of them, but it's a vegan school coalition where she's going into the schools and she's helping to transform and add to the school system. So networking is invaluable.
So you're big on partnerships and collaborations.
Absolutely.
And so are there any partnerships or collaborations that Vegas Vegan Culinary School is involved in right now that we should know about?
Unli Meat. I work with Unli Meat.
Okay.
Unli Meat was a company that emerged out of South Korea. They've just hit the U.S. market in the past 6 months probably, but I contacted them long before they entered the market because of my nonprofit work in Korea, so I was bringing it full circle and working with them, and they're just down there now. And now they're in the market, and their food is phenomenal.
And a little birdie actually told me that you weren't always in the cooking or culinary space. Is that correct? So you can change your life at any time. You can enter the plant-based sphere at any time and be a mogul, and a mogul like Heather. So tell us a little bit why you made that transition and when you did so.
30 years in healthcare, and it was just time. It was a nice break in the action and time to move on to my next chapter. And I already, like I said, did work over in South Korea and Asia and was looking to expand and do things over there. COVID hit. It was time to figure out how to do it in Vegas. So here came the cooking school.
And the vegan sphere is healthcare. And I think that's what most people are trying to show, is that it was just a different step in helping the people and helping the planet, right?
It's definitely. I mean, I'm starting a detox program, a juicing detox program, and all of it stems from healthcare. I have all of my resources still available to me, from doctors to nurses to dietitians to, everybody, and launching things for gut health and for nutrition-based health and for raw foods and things that are the average person isn't going to walk and step right into that, but they will through a process. So offer them a 3-day juice cleansing where it tastes good and it's not green and
and they're not miserable.
And they're not miserable. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I think the common misconception is it's expensive, I'm hungry all the time, I'm not satiated.
Yep.
But that's not what happens at Vegas Vegan Culinary.
No, it's not. Because you have options and you learn how to use your flavors and you learn what's good for you, what's bad for you. And even if it's bad for you, sometimes you still want to eat it and it's okay. I'm not going to judge you. And that's the biggest thing. It's a no judgment zone. You come to me, you ask for help, I'll give it to you.
That's amazing. So we're going to close it out with this.
Okay.
If you could describe your brand in one word, Vegas Vegan Culinary School, what would it be? What do you want people at home to know?
Passion. It all stems from passion. You've got to believe in what you're doing and be passionate about it, or don't bother.
That's right. You heard it from Heather herself, the owner, the founder of Vegas Vegan Culinary School. And you know what? And next time you're near Vegas, don't just go gambling. Go eat some great food.
Or go online and take a class now.
And there you have it.
Yeah.